Well, guys, with each passing day and day of content being released, it looks like EA are just soft launching the paid season pass. We got another different friendly over the weekend with more XP inside of it. I want to talk about that today. We've got a Player of the Month SBC leaked. We've got other SBCs too, I think, for Globetrotters. The market actually seems to be dropping a little bit, so we'll talk about that and why. Evolutions actually has been a little bit of a hot topic right now because people have not been really messing with them. These new ones have been a bit divisive, so let me know what you guys think about that, of course, how you like them. But that's getting ahead of myself. We'll get into that more in a little bit here. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you all for joining and being here, of course. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Unfortunately for these videos for a little bit, I'm not going to be able to open really any like icon upgrades for a while, probably. Any like hero player picks that we do have leaked today as well. I forgot to mention that. I probably won't have many of those because I'm saving all the packs. So just be aware that unfortunately we probably won't have many gamble packs at the end of videos for the time being. But a random side note, guys, there's 23 store packs in the store, 23 in the promo pack section. 3 lightning rounds equals 26. Provisions, 29 packs, and packs for you. I have 31 store packs in my store, guys. If you were to open one of all of these store packs, you'd be looking at about $350 to open just one of all of them. If you want to open all of them, empty the whole damn store, you're looking at close to $1,000. The total calculation was about $930, and that was with me including you opening 2 of the lightning rounds. Not an unlimited number. You could theoretically open thousands of dollars in one day on the FC25 store. So surely it just, when does it end? You know, when does it end? Now we're going to add another monetization factor in here, and that's the paid season pass. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because we don't have any new information about this now. I want to preface that there's no new report that came out today about it, but it's looking more and more likely it's coming out by the day, basically. And this one today, once again, well, actually it was yesterday this objective came out. We had another objective with another friendly. You have to win 12 games and to get the full reward, right? Win 12 games in the Evo Elite friendly. You have the One Nation friendly. You have to win 5 games with 4 different sets of regions, so win 20 games there in that friendly. You play 20 with the Argentina team. Those don't overlap, by the way. You can't overlap any of these. So play 20 here, win 20 here, and in the Evo Elites, you have to win 12. And this one, the time, like the game time, is actually 6-minute halves as well. So it's not even the shorter friendly halves that you see in the One Nation one. So they are just making this such a time sink now because what's coming out soon? Well, the leaks are telling us the paid season pass is probably coming out either this next season in 11 days, which I think is Christmas Day or the day after Christmas. It might be Boxing Day, actually, which is the day after, right? Day after Christmas. It could be this season or it could be the one after that. But to me, there's no way that this doesn't drop, seeing these new changes that we are getting. Plus, not to mention the manager objectives. You have to play 30 now. Play 30 career mode games, get the full seasonal objectives for that, right? It's only 1,000 XP. For the group reward, the weekly objectives is play 7. They made the easy ones kind of go away, right? So the only reason this is happening is because the paid season pass is coming. Every other facet of the game right now, they're kind of going back on because they know we don't like it and they're losing players. This, though, they're making things harder because they don't really have a choice. They need to soft launch their paid season pass because it's only a matter of time. So I want to warn you guys of that. Now, the question obviously remains is it just going to be a time saver or is there going to be exclusive rewards in there? The leak said there was not going to be exclusive rewards. The beta season pass also did not have exclusive rewards inside of it. It was just basically a time saver. It didn't really delve into how it was going to work in the beta, so we don't really know exactly for sure. Now, the funny thing is with a paid season pass like this, it's genuinely a better way to spend your money because you know what you're getting. Now, keep in mind, it's not probably going to look like this because it's supposed to be not exclusive rewards. This tweet was from July 17th where the outrage was coming last summer. It's supposed to just be basically the same season pass, but you can just time save everything. Now, will that actually be the case? I don't know. It's what the leaks are saying, or at least did say many months ago now. So some might say, you know, what's really the problem with that? Because you know what you're buying, which honestly, you're not wrong. It's better in that way. But the thing is, if we allow another monetization avenue for EA and just be like, hey, actually, it's not that bad. You know what they're going to do then? They're going to say, hey, you know what? They didn't mind this. Let's maybe do something else. Let's maybe make some SBCs paid. Let's see. Let's give a paid option for some SBCs. Let's give, you know, the paid options will never end. So if we are okay with more monetization avenues, they're just going to add more and more until they can't get away with it any longer. We have to keep that in mind when we think of the paid season pass, right? So anyway, it's kind of what I wanted to talk about. You know, what do you guys think about it? Do we have to just wait and see what it looks like, or is it worthy enough already to be like, yeah, this is not going to be good, or maybe it will be a good thing, right? You know, I don't have the right answers necessarily. I just think that Lacazette with 83 defending is probably not going to happen. I don't know why I just noticed that right now, but yeah, just let me know what you guys think. First leak here is the League Player of the Month. We know the nominees were David, Lacazette, and Ben Shaqir. There was a leak that Lacazette has won it. Now, I will say there's about a 2% chance it's not true because it was not from a guaranteed tier 1 leaker. It was somebody who was kind of new, but it's rare leaks are wrong nowadays unless you're fraud zone. So I would guess Lacazette has won it. So Lacazette's probably coming out. We still don't know where Marmouche is, by the way. He was supposed to come out like days ago, has not come out yet. Next leak we've got is a Debinha SBC, which if you guys don't know, this was like my favorite card last year. I think this year she's not going to be quite as good because I think passing is so important. Physicality is very important this year. It was important last year. I think more so this year than even last year. I think it's going to be hard to use 4'3" Debinha. Like, it's going to be really hard to use her, and you're probably not going to have a great time. And then the other SBC leak for Globetrotters is Molina as well. Could be an objective, I think, too, potentially. The stats are official here, and I feel like is more an objective-y card there. Let me know what you guys think, but I feel like a quick step plus Debinha with these stats more likely to be an SBC than this Molina here with these stats. But yeah, Globetrotters promo, and maybe it's just me, but I think this promo would have actually been more hyped up if we got like Barco Santa Cruz, who's like 40 years old. If he was the best player in this promo, I actually think that would have given it more hype. Maybe that's just totally faded, but another Mo Salah, who gives a fuck, honestly, about a different Mo Salah while an SBC's out already? Like, why? And to say something nice about EA, that Mahrez SBC, I think is great, and I can't wait to complete him. Okay, moving on, we've got the Hero Player Pick SBC. That is now a leak. Another one is coming out, apparently. It's going to come out today for content time, so be ready for that one. And then we also have this leak coming today as well. Well, actually, it's not confirmed yet that this is coming today, but we do have a new Evo leak, max rating 85. There's no max pace. However, I believe there are more requirements here that they just aren't telling us. I don't think it's just max rating 85. I think they're hiding some of the requirements here. It's for left mids and right mids as well. But then kind of moving on with the whole evolution talk right now, there's been a lot of debate about it because some people are not fans of it at all, and some people actually like it better than last year. And I guess where the problem for me comes in is that the stat limits, you know, they make cards a little bit less interesting because all the cards kind of look the same at the top end because of the stat limits, right? Because stats in some of these cards, let's do Acrobatic Star, right? Capped at 90 pace, capped at 88 shooting, capped at 4-star skills. They tend to look very similar. A lot of the cards look very, very similar to each other. Now, if they're very good cards, then it's hard to say it's too much of a flaw, but they aren't as unique maybe as last year's. And no matter what is definitely a problem is the less restrictive Evos was bullshit. I mean, look at the requirements needed for this evolution that came out yesterday. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? Attacking Apprentice one, the Rising Phenom one. I mean, playstyles max 7, positions max 3. I mean, just come on. That must just be to get rid of some card out there that they didn't want to have people have. Otherwise, like, what is the point in these? So I think the stat limits can be fine, honestly, in Evos if they get rid of all the stupid requirement shit. What happened to less restrictiveness? It's just gone. I feel like that was the compromise we were going to have of, yeah, we have stat limits now, like stat caps, but more players can fit into each evolution, which I just don't think has happened so far. So I think there's positives and negatives, not to like fence sit on these new evolution changes, but let me know in the comments what you guys kind of think about them. I think in total, the changes aren't necessarily the problem to me because we just saw with those Flash Evos, like how good evolutions still can be, even with these changes. They still can be fantastic. I think what the problem has kind of been recently, more so than any of the evolution system itself, has just been the evolutions being released. They just haven't been that great. That's kind of been like my thing with it. And also the cosmetic stuff. I actually like the cosmetic stuff, honestly. I like having more originality in people's teams with different card designs. You can stack different card designs. However, I wish they weren't 25k a pop or $2 a pop, obviously, but I understand that this is a free-to-play game, so you can make the stuff paid. Oh shit, wait a minute. This game costs what, $70? Yeah, that's right. So never mind. I don't know why they're paid, but I do like the cosmetics themselves. But let me know what you guys think of these Evos, right? Do you think it's worse or better than last year? And also a little evolution compensation update here. There were those 2 Evos earlier this year that were completely broken, right? I forgot the exact name of them, but if you did lose stats on one of your cards that you weren't supposed to lose stats on, you did get a new evolution sent to you that you then can put that card into to earn those stats back. So that was their evolution evolution compensation there. Some of the replies were saying that I did do that, did lose stats, and didn't end up getting compensation for it. So I'm not sure about the whole rollout here, but I know for sure that at content time today, most people said that they did get new evolutions and did get their stats back on their cards. And in other football gaming news, there was a new football game announced by PlayStation called Rematch, which Donk says is Rocket League with people, which Donk, I'm pretty sure that's just football. Is that not just football? But anyway, yeah, it just shows you to me, like, this game looks very arcadey, not like actually anything too, you know, crazy, but the hype that even something like this gets, it generated so much interaction on the PlayStation Twitter and in just this random Donk post. 2 million views, 12k likes, 300 replies, a lot of people saying like, oh, looks kind of fun. People are so desperate for something else right now that shows you that there's just a market here. And I hope 2K can notice that, because they have the resources to actually like for sure contend with EA, because there's just a hole right now in the marketplace that people are so tired of EA shit that you tweet out something like this and it gets hella engagement. I'm not saying this game is going to be terrible or anything like that at all. It could be really fun, but obviously looking at the way the game plays and just like the general look of it, it's not supposed to, you know, be a copier of simulation football. And even this gets hella engagement. So there's just a gap out there. You know, there's a gap out there that somebody can find and fill. But okay, on to the market now. It's going down a little bit, actually. John Barnes here. I saw him at 190 about this time yesterday, 176 now. Yeah, the average bin's 184 there in the last 24 hours. Who else was I seeing on this page here? Yokeresh a little bit higher than this. Yeah, 620 now, 660 average bin last 24 hours there. I think what's happening for one is there are so many cards in this game now that are super duper cheap. Promo cards I'm talking that are very, very good, right? Cameron here is 11,000 coins with these stats, right? Rapid plus 90 pace, 88 dribbling. Like, there's just so many random cards like this that have crazy stats that are super cheap. So why not go and get one or two of those guys and not buy Yokeresh? Which, by the way, go look at the FUTBin comments on Cameron's card, by the way. If you want to see pure degeneracy and a lack of human decency in any part, go read the comment section on Cameron's card, by the way. You'll be ashamed of all of us. And I think what's also part of why the market's slightly dropping is that we have the Winter Wildcard stuff coming soon, right? Winter Wildcards is usually one of the promos every year people get kind of hyped for, and we know what's coming out on Friday, so it's just kind of people waiting a little bit. Sell-off just happened a bit sooner than expected. I thought it'd be like a Sunday sell-off type shit, honestly. I just think that it's happening a little bit sooner. I think I'd rather get out kind of as soon as you could at this point. And also, more people than ever are just market savvy now, because the casuals are not there as much as they used to be, so the market tends to be like already kind of ahead of what it used to be. So we got to be a step ahead, and if you want to be a step ahead, subscribe to the channel. But okay, let's read your comments now. We've got Radoku, who I'm going to read the last sentence of this. The first part's just like talking about the Brazil icon hack, right? The dumb shit that we talked about yesterday, or the last video we uploaded. But if you really think about it, EA have shrouded away so many things in secrecy that this game really does lend itself to imaginative explanations. And that is well put, because as much as I want to dunk on everybody for believing some of the dumbest shit in the world, I mean, let's be honest here, anything could be broken in this game that at this point you cannot rule out anything before we actually do any investigating. So the Brazil icon hack shit, as much as I want to say, oh my god, we're just dumb as fuck, right? Like, it's fun to do that, but at the same time, we're playing one of the most broken games you can play. Literally anything could be true. Doc and Rum says, my first impression of the promo is that it's meant for players who've played in leagues in different countries throughout their careers, hence Globetrotters, and that does make a lot of sense. And that theme does fit with a lot of the players in the team, like players who've played in multiple countries, right? Which is actually kind of a cool idea, honestly, but I wish that, because we have a promo with the chemistry boost, we probably won't see that again for a little while, would be my guess. And I would love to see a promo with off-league players everywhere with chemistry boosts, and I thought that's what this promo would be. Doesn't look like it's going to be that, really, but the Globetrotters thing does make sense when you put it that way. I just wish if we saw a promo with chemistry boosts that we gave a lot of them to players in random leagues. I'm talking the Polish league. I'm talking any league you can think of, right? And now that we're a week into the full release, right? How do you feel about UFL so far? Dean Stacy, yeah, unfortunately, I'd agree that UFL's hot garbage. Do you agree with that? Do you think that it's pretty good? Here's a reply from the agency saying, I'm loving the UFL gameplay. So it is pretty, like, hotly debated right now. And a really random nitpick I had, too. This is, like, I know it's super small, but Jamie Vardy is the GOAT saying, why was Italy repeated in the One Nation objective? Wasn't that weird that it was repeated? That didn't really make much sense to me. Now, if you've been around here for a while, you've heard me talk about this before, but if you're new around here, just so you guys know, when I read my comments, I oftentimes read like the more contentious ones, the more disagreeing with me ones, because it creates more entertaining content that way. But for the people who leave nice comments and stuff like that stuff literally makes my day. Like, I love talking to you guys, and I love the community we have here, so I just wanted to say that and shout out to you guys. I think that's going to be it from me. Thank you all for joining and being here. I love you all. Peace.